Have you ever wondered why some people seem so easily influenced, like their thoughts and actions are molded by forces outside themselves? They move through life as if caught in an invisible pull, thinking they possess the power to light the way for others, yet they're unknowingly drawn to the very things that consume them. They believe they're the flame, but in reality, they're the moth. This illusion of strength hides a deeper truth, a lack of self-awareness, and a disconnect from true spiritual growth. Today, we're diving into this dynamic to expose the hidden layers of the mind, to confront what it means to be caught in this cycle, and to reveal how self-love and spiritual evolution can break the spell. We are collectively moving through what many call the eye of the needle, a phase of immense transformation that demands shedding the old to embrace a higher state of consciousness. This transition is not just a spiritual concept. It's a tangible experience that affects your everyday thoughts, actions, and emotional responses. The world around you might appear chaotic, but in reality, it's this very chaos that's guiding you toward a more evolved state of being. You are not merely observing change. You are the change itself, passing through this narrow gate into a new realm of understanding. As this process unfolds, you may notice that old thoughts, doubts, and insecurities seem to reappear with a vengeance. These aren't random occurrences. They're echoes of the unresolved parts of your past, resurfacing to be acknowledged and healed. The mind often clings to what it knows, and these outdated beliefs are a final attempt by your ego to keep you from stepping into a higher frequency. This is why depressive thoughts and feelings of uncertainty can feel more intense now than ever before. They're not here to defeat you, but to push you toward clarity and self-discovery. This moment in time is a powerful reminder that true self-love isn't about being unbothered by life's ups and downs. It's about standing firm in who you are, regardless of the chaos around you. It's easy to love yourself when everything is going right, but the real test is whether that love remains unshaken in the face of adversity. This is where many fall into the trap of seeking validation from external sources, whether it's people, success, or fleeting moments of happiness. Yet these temporary affirmations can never replace the solid ground of self-love that comes from within. The collective journey you're experiencing is deeply connected to the idea that everything you feel on a personal level is also a reflection of the larger human experience. When old wounds resurface, they don't just belong to you. They resonate with the collective consciousness. This means that your individual growth is directly tied to the growth of everyone around you. By facing your fears, doubts, and past pain, you are not only healing yourself, but also contributing to the elevation of the collective spirit. Understanding this connection makes it clear why the world seems to be in a state of upheaval. The internal struggles we each face are amplified on a global scale, creating a mirror in which humanity as a whole confronts its deepest insecurities. We are being called to step beyond our comfort zones, to redefine what it means to love ourselves without conditions, and to recognize that this journey is far more profound than the pursuit of material or superficial goals. In this context, self-love becomes an act of rebellion against the norms that have been imposed on us by society. It's a stand against the idea that your worth is tied to your productivity, appearance, or success. As you pass through this eye of the needle, you are shedding these outdated beliefs, making room for a version of yourself that is grounded in authenticity. This transformation is not about becoming someone new. It's about uncovering who you were always meant to be. This journey of self-discovery may feel lonely at times, but know that you are never truly alone. Every individual passing through this transition is connected by an invisible thread, each of us playing a role in awakening the collective consciousness. It's in these moments of self-reflection and courage that you realize the power of unity, the significance of your inner light, and the profound impact you have on the world around you. Beneath the surface of your interactions, there's a hidden reality. People see your light, your strength, and they admire you more than they will ever admit. This admiration, however, doesn't always manifest as praise or support. Instead, it often comes cloaked in silence, distance, or even judgment. The truth is, they see something in you that makes them uncomfortable, It forces them to confront the areas of their lives where they lack the same sense of self-assurance and inner peace. This is the paradox of magnetism. Your light draws them in, but it also casts a shadow on their own insecurities. When you walk into a room, your energy speaks louder than words. It tells a story of resilience, of a journey through self-discovery that has led you to a place of deep self-love. Others can sense this, even if they don't fully understand it, and it triggers something within them. They may never tell you to your face, but your very presence is a reminder of what they haven't yet achieved within themselves. This silent admiration is mixed with envy, a reflection of their own internal battles. Your self-love acts as a mirror, reflecting back to people their own unhealed wounds, their fears, and the places where they've settled for less. They might not realize that what bothers them isn't you, but the discomfort of facing their own limitations. This is why your presence can feel intimidating to those who haven't yet embarked on their own journey of self-awareness. They admire you because you've become everything they are too afraid to confront in themselves. Deep down, they wish they had your courage, the bravery to face their own shadows, to love themselves fiercely despite their imperfections. But instead of acknowledging this, they project their insecurities outward. They might act dismissive, distant, or even critical, trying to downplay the impact you have on them. But don't be fooled by their actions. These are merely defense mechanisms masking a deep-seated admiration for your strength. The reality is that your magnetism doesn't just attract, it also challenges. It shakes up the energy in the room, stirs the hidden depths of those around you, and demands an honest look at the parts of themselves they've been ignoring. You become a catalyst for their growth, whether they welcome it or not. Your self-love isn't just a personal triumph. It's a force that ripples out, affecting everyone you come into contact with. This is why they can't ignore you, even if they try. Your energy has a pull that is undeniable, a gravitational force that draws people in despite their best efforts to resist. They may never vocalize it, but the truth is, they wish they had what you have, a love so pure and unshakable that it doesn't waver in the face of life's challenges. Your journey stands as a silent testament to what is possible when one dares to turn inward and embrace their true self. So remember this: their silence, their distance, even their criticism are not rejections. They are signs that you've touched something profound within them, something they weren't ready to face. Your light isn't just a beacon of self-love. It's a call for others to wake up to their own power, to confront their own truths, and to finally begin their journey toward wholeness. If you felt the undeniable pull of your own magnetism, the way people orbit around you, drawn in without knowing why, you're ready to unlock the full potential of that power. Inside the Obsidian inner order, powered by Astral Atom, we go beyond surface manifestation. Our exclusive modern manifestation mechanics grimoire teaches you how to harness charisma as a tool for transformation. It's not just about getting what you want, it's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts everything meant for you. The inner order isn't for dabblers or those looking for quick fixes. It's for those ready to transform their presence into a force of nature, to sharpen their inner magnetism, and learn how to captivate opportunities, relationships, and success with ease. The modern manifestation mechanics isn't theory. It's a practical guide to mastering the subtle power of influence, teaching you how to align your energy and wield your charisma for real-world results. If you're tired of playing small and ready to access exclusive content that's too powerful for YouTube, it's time to step into the inner order. Join a growing community of over 200 chosen ones who are already transforming their lives and sharing their wins, insights, and breakthroughs. But don't wait. There are only a few slots left for those ready to rise to their full potential. Click the link in the description and claim your place at the table. This is where the truly magnetic thrive. Many people hold on to the romanticized idea of twin flames, believing that these connections are about finding another person to complete them. The reality, however, is much deeper. Twin flames and karmic relationships aren't meant to be fairy tale endings. They are intense spiritual lessons in disguise. These relationships serve to awaken your soul, to confront you with your deepest wounds, and to challenge you to grow beyond what you thought was possible. They are mirrors reflecting your own insecurities, your unhealed pain, and the areas where self-love is still a work in progress. In this spiritual game of energy, it's easy to get lost in the illusion that your value is tied to someone else's presence in your life. But the truth is, these connections are not about external validation. They're about pushing you toward an internal awakening. They're here to make you realize that the love you seek has always been within you, waiting to be discovered. The energy between you and another is not a confirmation of your worth, but a reflection of your need to love yourself more deeply. When you engage with these relationships without understanding their true purpose, you risk becoming entangled in a cycle of dependence and unmet expectations. This spiritual warfare isn't fought on a physical battlefield. It's a battle within your own soul. It's the struggle to free yourself from the need to seek approval, to rise above the fear that you are not enough, and to reclaim the power that lies dormant inside you. This internal battle forces you to confront the illusions that have kept you trapped. Illusions about love, worth, and what you deserve. Karmic relationships push you to your limits, making you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. But in this questioning, in this dismantling of old beliefs, lies the key to your freedom. You begin to see that the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. Understanding these energetic dynamics shifts the focus from needing others to validate your existence, to realizing that your growth depends solely on your own self-love. The moment you stop looking outside for confirmation of your worth, you step into your true power. You no longer see others as the source of your happiness, but as reflections of your own inner state. This is when the spiritual warfare turns into spiritual empowerment, when you stop fighting against yourself and start fighting for yourself. Your energy becomes a shield, protecting you from the negative influences of those who still operate from a place of fear and insecurity. You become immune to the manipulation tactics that once swayed you, because you are grounded in the truth of who you are. This shift in consciousness is not just a personal victory. It's a statement to the universe that you will no longer settle for anything less than the highest version of yourself. Spiritual growth is not about finding someone to light your path. It's about becoming the light that guides you. It's about realizing that the battles you face are not with the world outside, but with the shadows within. The more you turn inward, the brighter that light becomes. And the more you transform not just your own life, but the lives of everyone you encounter. True self-love demands more than just reciting positive affirmations or indulging in self-care routines. It's a journey that requires you to confront the deepest parts of your soul, the parts you often wish to keep hidden. You must be willing to look into the mirror and see not just the image you present to the world, but the vulnerabilities and insecurities that lie beneath. This is where the real work begins, peeling back the layers of conditioning, beliefs, and fears that have shaped your identity over the years. As you dig deeper, you may encounter moments of doubt, feeling like the layers are endless and the journey is never ending. These moments of despair are part of the process. They signal that you are touching the core wounds that need to be healed. You might face memories from your past that you've buried, unresolved emotions that resurface with a vengeance, or fears that seem irrational but are rooted in long-forgotten experiences. These aren't setbacks. They are breakthroughs in disguise, guiding you closer to your authentic self. This journey forces you to challenge your own perceptions of worth and value. You begin to realize that the standards you once used to measure yourself, success, appearance, or social validation, are all illusions created by a world that profits from your insecurity. True self-love is about finding value in your existence, not because of what you do or how you look, but because of who you are at your core. It's about standing in front of all your flaws and scars and embracing them as integral parts of your story. As you confront these layers of self, you start to anchor a higher consciousness. This state of being is not just a mental shift, it's a transformation of your energy, a rising of your spirit to align with a higher frequency. You let go of the need to control every aspect of your life and surrender to the divine flow of existence. This surrender isn't about giving up. It's about trusting that the universe has a plan for you that is greater than anything you could imagine. Higher consciousness teaches you that fulfillment is an inside job. The more you align with your true self, the less you seek validation from the outside world. You become less concerned with how others see you or what they think of your journey. Your sense of self-worth no longer hinges on applause or approval. It's rooted in the quiet confidence of knowing that you are enough, just as you are. This is the power of self-love, to find peace within no matter the storm raging outside. In this higher state, you also become aware of the illusions of fear that once held you captive. Fear loses its grip when you realize that it's based on a story you no longer believe in. The fear of not being good enough, the fear of failure, the fear of being judged. All these dissolve when you stand firm in the truth of your being. You start to see that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. This is the beauty of internal transformation. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about unbecoming everything that isn't you. It's the process of shedding the layers of doubt and insecurity until you're left with nothing but the purest version of yourself. As you peel back these layers, you reveal the sacred love and strength that have always been within you, waiting to emerge. This is the foundation upon which true spiritual growth is built. As you grow into your true self, an inevitable shift begins to happen. You start to sever the energetic ties that once held you back. These ties are the invisible threads that connected you to people, situations, and patterns that no longer serve your higher purpose. They are the remnants of a life lived in fear and doubt, and as you rise in your consciousness, they begin to fall away. This is not a loss but a liberation, a freeing of your soul from the weights that once held it down. When you disconnect from these energies, you might feel a sense of disorientation at first. It's as if the ground beneath you has shifted, and the people who were once central to your life now seem distant or unrecognizable. This is because you are no longer vibrating at the same frequency as before. You have elevated your energy, and in doing so, you no longer resonate with the same people or circumstances that once fed off your insecurities. Breaking free from manipulative forces is one of the most empowering aspects of this journey. These forces often appear in the form of relationships or situations that drain your energy and keep you stuck in patterns of self-doubt and neediness. As you detach from these influences, you begin to see them for what they truly are, distractions from your own inner power. You realize that their control over you was never real. It was only as strong as your belief in your own limitations. This energetic shift also brings a new clarity to your manifestations. What once seemed difficult or out of reach now flows to you with ease. You are no longer chasing after things or people to fill the void within. Instead, you become a magnet for abundance because you are aligned with your true self and your higher purpose. Your energy is no longer scattered or desperate. It is focused, intentional, and powerful. Manifesting from this place is different because it's not driven by fear or lack. It's driven by a sense of wholeness and self-assurance. You no longer manifest from a place of trying to prove your worth or gain approval. Instead, you create from a space of joy, love, and the pure desire to expand your experience of life. This is where true magic happens, where the universe aligns with your intentions and brings your desires to life almost effortlessly. As you continue to embrace self-love and authenticity, your reality begins to shift in profound ways. You start attracting people who reflect your newfound strength and who support your journey instead of holding you back. The situations you encounter begin to match your elevated state of being, and life itself becomes a mirror of your inner transformation. You are no longer bound by the limitations of your past or the expectations of others. This disconnection from lower energies is not just a personal victory, it's a cosmic realignment. You are reclaiming your power, stepping into your truth, and setting yourself free from the invisible chains that once held you captive. This is the essence of spiritual growth, rising above the noise of the world and tuning into the frequency of your soul. Think of your journey like the transformation of a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. For so long you were in the darkness, confined by your old beliefs, fears, and the limitations that kept you small. The cocoon was your comfort zone, a place that felt safe but ultimately restricted your potential. Now, as you break free, you are stepping into the light, into the full expression of your being, into the most authentic version of yourself. This metamorphosis is not just about becoming something different. It's about revealing the divine feminine energy that has always been within you. This energy is not limited to gender. It's a universal force that embodies creativity, intuition, and nurturing power. It is the essence of life itself, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of love, not just for others, but for yourself. It's the force that drives you to heal, to grow, and to transform beyond what you ever thought possible. The divine feminine energy within you is what makes you unshakable. It's what gives you the strength to face life's storms without losing your center. You become rooted in your truth, immovable by the opinions, judgments, or attempts of others to pull you back into old patterns. Your transformation into this unshakable state is what makes you resistant to manipulation, to the toxic influences that once controlled you. As you stand in this new energy, you realize that you no longer need to chase anything. You are the source of your own power, the creator of your own reality. The journey you've been on was never about finding someone to complete you or achieving a goal to prove your worth. It was always about discovering the limitless potential within you, the power to shape your life with intention and clarity. Your evolution is not the end of the story, but the beginning of a new chapter. You are now a force of nature, capable of manifesting your desires not through force or struggle, but through alignment with your highest self. You understand that true transformation doesn't come from external achievements, but from the internal shifts that change how you see yourself and your place in the universe. This final transformation is the birth of a new consciousness within you, a consciousness that sees beyond the illusions of fear and doubt. You become someone who radiates light, not because you seek to be noticed, but because it is your natural state of being. Your journey of self-love has led you to a place where you no longer question your worth or doubt your purpose. You have become the butterfly, soaring freely with wings that carry you toward endless possibilities. This is the ultimate expression of your spiritual growth, the culmination of all the work you've done to break free from the cocoon of your past. You are now living proof of what happens when you dare to love yourself enough to let go of everything that is not in alignment with your true essence. Remember this: the struggles you face are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. They are the divine forces shaping you into your most authentic self, pushing you to let go of resistance and embrace the harsh truths that lead to transformation. Allow these emotions to cleanse you, to break open your heart and let the light flood in. This journey isn't meant to be easy, but it is worth every tear and every moment of discomfort. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be, a person whose worth isn't tied to anything external, but is rooted deeply within. Now, I encourage you to share your journey, your thoughts, and your experiences. Let this be a space where we connect, where we lift each other up, and where we continue to grow,